On Wednesday night, the Magic and Bulls played one of the worst quarters of basketball I've seen in a pretty long time. While it was only the fifth game of the season, the Bulls were actually playing for something pretty important, being over 500 for the first time since November 2022. Things looked bleak for them early on when the Magic had slowly built an 18-point lead, but by the third quarter, the Bulls fought back and had some momentum going into the fourth when Sanogo hit this floater to make it 87-86 to end the third. But from there, Chicago fans watched a real brutal display of sports since Tyreek Stevenson's great display of defense on Sunday. The good thing is that it was the Magic's offense that was more putrid. Jett Howard tells Mo Wagner to come set a screen. Now Wagner smartly cuts back door because Craig's overplaying, but Howard doesn't throw it. Now Wagner's pissed that he's got to come set a screen just to see Howard brick the shot. Next time down, the Magic try to post up Jonathan Isaac on Josh Giddey, and he tries a Dirk fadeaway over him, and you know how that's gonna go. On the following possession, Mo Wagner finally gets his chance to score as he has a wide open three, but he hesitates, then tries to attack the paint before getting stripped by point guard Ayo Dosunmu. Now, when Chicago was on offense, they reminded me of a typical Saturday pickup team, and the reason is actually pretty simple. They were trying to play 5 out, but just never got any real dribble penetration. So instead of trying to play in the half court, they tried to get points on the break, but ended up trying to challenge someone like Jonathan Isaac. Otherwise, the ball would just be moving around the perimeter in the half court, and they chucked up a bad shot at the end of the shot clock. But the Bulls were the first to break through, with some points. Giddey is able to get dribble penetration and forces up a floater, but then trips Suggs and shovels it to his teammate for free throws. And this is where the Bulls started to join the clown show. Julian Phillips misses the first free throw, but he does make the second to put up the first point in the quarter. On the following possession, Banchero drives and finds Anthony Black for a wide open three, but he airballs, which gives the Bulls a chance to run. Zach LaVine pushes the pace and is able to draw free throws again. He channels Julian Phillips and misses the first, but again at least makes the second to give the Bulls a 1-point lead. With the Bulls on a 2-0 run over the last 5 minutes, Banchero knew it was time to take over. The Bulls let him shoot, and he misses it really short. Now the Magic get the offensive rebound and have a prime matchup with Vucevic on Banchero, but he thinks a step back 3 is the best choice and gets the same result again. Next time down, Banchero tries to attack Zach LaVine in the pick and roll. The Bulls again dare him to shoot it, and he is again short for the third straight time. The Bulls don't score once again, and as the Magic go on the way down, Banchero decides to be a screener. Now Williams dares him to shoot again, and he takes the bait, and this time it fucking airballs. At this point, no one has made a shot yet, but as I've stated before, the Bulls have at least found some success attacking the basket, and LaVine is able to knock down both free throws to put the Bulls on a 4-0 run. And finally, the Magic have a good possession. Suggs runs pick and roll and pump fakes to get LaVine jumping. He runs a give and go with Wendell Carter, and he gets fouled. Carter makes both free throws to snap the 4-0 run, and with the pressure on the Bulls, Kobe White may have caught Banchero-itis as he calls for the screen and decides to launch a logo 3. With a chance to take the lead, the Magic go back to the Suggs pick and roll. He finds Banchero, but he can't catch the pass, and the Bulls are able to run and finally score a basket. Hallelujah. The Magic put the ball back in Banchero's hands, and he passes it to Carter for 3. After this miss, it looked like the Bulls had control over this game, but Kobe White can't handle LaVine's simple bounce pass, and the Magic are able to run now to get their first basket of the fourth quarter. Which leads us to the last minute of the game. The Bulls are up 1 and run the stack action. Giddey's able to find Patrick Williams, and he knocks down the 3 to put the Bulls up 4. The Magic race down and give it a sharpshooter Jonathan Isaac for 3. And at this point, it looked like the Bulls had the game again. But in pure Chicago fashion, they did everything they could to lose this game. LaVine isos Banchero, and it looks like he turns the corner, but he dumps it to Vucevic, who loses the ball out of bounds. Then of course, Banchero finally decides to attack the basket, and he finishes to cut the lead to 2. With the Bulls needing to inbound, Giddey finds Patrick Williams, but Jalen Suggs strips it off of Williams' leg to give the Magic a chance to tie. Now, interestingly enough, instead of going to Banchero, the Magic give it to Suggs, who then tries attacking Dosunmu off the dribble. He gets cut off, and his fadeaway is short. Giddey gets fouled with 0.1 seconds, and it looked like the Bulls finally had it in the bag. But if you look at the replay, it looks like Black actually fouls him with 0.4 or 0.5 seconds left. The refs luckily don't review this because Giddey misses the first one, which now puts the Bulls in an interesting situation. Everyone on the Bulls is telling Giddey to miss, but he ignores the team and decides to pad his stats a bit. Now by rule, you can't get a shot off with 0.1 seconds on the clock, so Giddey's technically right in this case. And good thing he was, because out of all shots, Banchero banks in the 3 off the inbound in one motion. Honestly, I feel like this should have counted because the refs messed up the game clock when Giddey got fouled. But for the first time in forever, Chicago has something that goes their way and makes history by being at least over 500 for the first time in 2 years.